tell us about your time in the Vatican. You were there 10 years. That's quite a long time.
The best experience in my life. In 2000, during the Jubileum, 10 August 2000, I prepared the food, not just me, 'cause it's impossible. So now I'm Superman for 1 million of people. Is a lot.
That's quite a few people to cook for.
Molte volte I speak with my colleague, sai chef, I prepare for 400 people. No, I prepare for 800. Ragazzi, I prepare for 1 million. But stopped, closed.
Fascinating people with stories to share, fabulous wines and the best local foods to accompany them, and beautiful places to discover and visit. All of this and more on Wine, Food and Travel with me, Marc Millon, on the Italian Wine Podcast. Join me for a new episode every Tuesday. Welcome to Wine, Food and Travel with me, Marc Millon, on Italian Wine Podcast. Today we travel to Manhattan, New York, to meet my guest, Chef Salvo Lo Castro, who is the owner of CASASALVO restaurant in SoHo, as well as 4 CASASALVO cafes across the city. Chef Salvo originally comes from the volcanic slopes of Mount Etna in eastern Sicily and made his way to New York via the Vatican, where he was a papal chef for 10 years, as well as after stints across Italy and Europe. Welcome, Salvo. Many thanks for being our guest today. How are you?
Very good. Welcome. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Salvo. I know that you have a very busy schedule and you have a lunch service that's going to be beginning soon. So, first of all, for our listeners who are located all around the world, many in the United States, but actually all around the world, can you describe where you are in New York and tell us where CASASALVO is? Tell us what's happening right now. Tell us about the sounds and the smells coming out of your kitchen as you're ready for a busy lunch.
In the last 2 weeks is not busy, because in New York is full of snow. Is very, very freezer. Yesterday is minus 26 degree.
Oh my goodness.
Is Alaska. Yeah, the people stay at home. Is busy on the night. When the lunch is very quiet. I'm from Sicily. I'm from the Vulcan. Okay, my city is Lingua Glossa. Is a very small city down of Mount Etna. From the Sicily to New York directly.
Okay. Salvo, I've heard about this massive snow that's hit all of the eastern United States. My brother lives in Virginia and he's had a lot of snow. My sister is in Massachusetts and they've had a lot of snow. So I know you snowed in. So a quiet lunch for you and quite a contrast in temperature for you as well, from Sicily to minus 26 degrees in New York.
Oh my God, I'm destroyed for this. A Sunday morning, every day I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, and 7 o'clock I go outside. Is very cold. I come back directly at home directly. Because I don't go to work today. It's very cold for me.
Yes, I can imagine.
I speak the people in New York, the New Yorker. The last time is the same cold is 35 years ago.
Oh my goodness. Wow,
Yeah.
that really is an exceptional weather. We've been having some exceptional weather in England. It's been very rainy though. We've had rain for 40 days in a row.
Is 3 weeks now, okay, this terrible temperature. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
I'm the chef. I work in the kitchen. In the kitchen is every time is hot.
It's nice and hot. It's nice and hot.
I don't have this problem.
Okay. And you've got 4 cafes as well. Is that right? All across the city?
Yeah, I have 4 coffee shop. The first I opened in Amsterdam Avenue 2 years ago. I have one more in Hudson Yard, one in Second Avenue at 78th Street. The last is more big in Times Square.
Okay. Are they a cafe like you would find if you were in Catania, for example, or in, completely keeping your Italian character, the drinks and the pastries I imagine you must have some of the best cannoli in New York City.
Yeah, I prepare the cannoli, bomboloni, the croissant. I call cornetti, croissant cornetti with pistachio,
With the
cornetti with cream.
pistachio, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cornetti with Sicilian chocolate of Modica. Yeah, many,
Okay.
many, many, many pastry. Anyway, I want to speak one question. Is impossible, totally impossible, that in New York you prepare the same food of Sicily? In Sicily is another question. Is the smell, is the sun, is the volcan? The food, I have another tasting, another flour. Is a
Yeah.
copy, is not perfect copy, it's just a
Of
copy.
course. Oh, well, that's really interesting. Well, we'll talk about that too, because I'm sure there are things in New York that you have that also add to the experience in Casa Salvo. But first of all, Salvo, let's return to Sicily, to where you're talking about, to Lingua Glossa, a town I've been to. I've been to Lingua Glossa, a town directly on the slopes of Europe's most active volcano. That's where you
Yeah.
grew up, was it?
Lingua Glossa is in the area of North Etna. The very incredible situation in Lingua Glossa, the central street of Lingua Glossa, the name is Mare Neve, because this street is connecting the sea to the volcano. Is directly is a long way to the sea by the volcano. And I'm children. I go 6 months to the volcano and 6 months to the sea. I, I'm born in the volcan and the sea together. My gastronomic culture is for the sea and for the volcan.
That's really, really interesting. And also, I remember when I was in Lingua Glossa Salva, well, of course, I was there for wine. I was visiting wonderful wineries in Etna, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But in Lingua Glossa, there was a food that was very special, and there were a lot of butchers in Lingua Glossa
Yeah,
and preparing a very special salsiccia. Can you tell us about the salsiccia al ceppo?
salsiccia al ceppo is the must of lingua glossa perché io prepare the salsiccia nel ceppo della betulla. La betulla is one albero from the Mount Etna e la salsiccia si prepara manualmente. Pam, 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 pam. Quindi
Al
is
coltello.
no al coltello, non è un coltello. Salsiccia al ceppo is a typical preparation of salsiccia in lingua glossa is very famous in the world perché il ceppo is, I don't know in English,
It's a
eh,
big trunk of a tree, which is a
yeah,
cutting block then. So a
is a
chopping block.
is a very big trunk of betulla. Betulla is a typical albero trunk of Mount Etna. Allora,
Oh,
quando
okay.
io prepare la salsiccia al ceppo, in the pork, in the everything, arrival a little bit with this betulla. And the smell, the flour is unique in the world. E salsiccia al ceppo is patrimonio UNESCO. This before with
Oh,
the Italian cuisine.
what before Italian cuisine? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that. I know it was very special, and I saw it being made with these knives that you say aren't knives. They're special instruments that the meats are chopped on this big trunk of wood, all chopped by hand, and different seasonings added as well. Is that right?
Yeah. And normally, this is in the winter is very famous. This preparation. Every butcher I prepare every Tuesday or Friday. Frittoli is the interior of the pork. Okay, I put in one big pans outside of the butcher. And the people arrive with a pans of home. And I put inside a little bit this with the bread. Is incredible. This is the Sicilian food culture. Okay.
Okay.
In Sicily, every street is a food court. It's incredible.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And this food, this salsiccia al ceppo, as you say, it's a UNESCO patrimony. It's something of the soul of Etna in terms of food. I know wine producers would serve this to us very proudly. And I think there's still a very large number of butchers, macellai, in Lingua Glossa preparing this.
Yeah, every door is a butcher, is a macellaio. Ma I want to speak, Mark, this. I have 52 years. And 38 years ago, I started the hotellery school
In Catania?
in Jarre. Jarre is 25 kilometers of Lingua Glossa.
Okay.
And 38 years ago, you go to hotellery school, is no very good school. You go to the hotellery school perché is no good in other school. Ma
Okay.
the culture of the wine is arrival in Sicily 25 years ago, not before.
That's incredible, Salvo. You're right. You're absolutely right. 38 years ago, when you went to hotel school, Etna wines hadn't been discovered by the world. Now there's one of the most exciting wine regions of all of Italy.
Yeah. Perché before the wine, especially in lingua glossa, every people I prepare the wine at home is very personal preparation. After his arrival, the big group from North Italy, very total exchange in this culture of wine. Now, in the Mount Etna in generally, North Etna, quindi lingua glossa, Solicchiata, Castiglione, is the best winery I think in the world. Benanti, Cotta Nera is incredible. In Lingua Glossa is Gambino, Gambino Winery, I have a very good wine. Is more. E poi, normally, this Etna Bianco, Etna Rosso, Cataratto, for me, not perché I'm Sicilian, ma is really the best wine in the world.
They are indeed wonderful wines. As you rightly point out, Salvo, this renaissance of Etna, which is where grapes have grown for maybe 3,000 years, it's really happened so recently in the last 25 years. So when your family made wine, did you make it in a palmento?
Yeah. I'm children. I go with my grandfather in the palmento e si pigiava l'uva con gli stivali. Yeah,
A
si pigiava
piedi.
a piedi, a piedi.
Okay, so crushing the grapes by foot in this lava building in the vineyards, the palmento.
Yeah, il palmento, sì, il palmento. More journalists, New York Times, New York Post, 2 weeks ago, I have an interview with this newspaper in the USA. Quando dicevano, where the Italian cuisine is patrimonio UNESCO. For this, not for the food, for the biodiversity, for the preparation of wine, a very important patrimonio culturale from Italy. During you prepare the wine in the palmento is conversation. I prepare the food. I remember my grandmother. I prepare il maialino nero dei Nebrodi.
Okay, from the Nebrodi Mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, che is not expensive. Now is the most expensive food in the world.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is the Italy, not just the Sicily. This is the Italy.
No, you're right. Of that culture that UNESCO is citing. We'll talk about that perhaps further in our interview. Salvo, you went to, there's some very famous hotels near you in Taormina, for example, and you've worked, is that where you began your career as a chef in Taormina?
I started in Taormina, the first experience in San Domenico in
San Domenico,
yeah in
wonderful place.
1987. The next year I work in Hotel Villa Sant'Andrea in Mazzarò. After I work in Mazzarossi Palace, and in 1990 I opened, oh my God, come si chiama? The Caparena, Hotel Lido Caparena in Mazzarò.
Okay.
Normally, I'm very lucky that I start my work in this beautiful hotel in this beautiful area. I remember that in 1989, I'm very happy that his arrival in Hotel Villa Sant'Andrea, Tom Cruise, Nicole
Oh,
Kidman, Gloria
oh.
Gaynor. Oh my God, dico, ma I look at these people in the television. And I remember Naomi Campbell che arrivò in the hotel during the Taormina Film Festival. And this is the very important situation in my work, che the world come in your home and no you go in the world.
Yes, yes. But in fact, you have traveled around the world. You've worked in Other parts of Italy, you were at the famous Enoteca Pinchiori, for example,
Yeah,
the three-star Michelin. Now, that must have been a very different experience.
yeah. After this experience in Italy, in 2000, I started work to the Vatican for the Confraternita San Carlo.
Okay.
And after I finish in 2010 my collaboration of the Vatican, really I go in the world from Saudi Arabia to Panama, Brazil, England, Australia.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Tell us about cooking for the popes. Tell us about your time in the Vatican. You were there 10 years. That's quite a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. The best experience in my life. Yeah. I started in 2000 during the Jubileum, the big Jubileum from
Yes.
John Paul II. And my collaboration finished in 2010. I work for John Paul II, after for Papa Benedict, and in 2010 I finished my collaboration with the Vatican.
Okay. What was it like cooking? Were these big banquets that you were cooking for, Salvo?
In 2000 during the Jubileum, 10 August 2000. I prepare the food, not just me, 'cause it's impossible. So now I'm
Sure.
Superman for 1
Yes.
million or for 1 million of people during
Wha-
the Giubileo dei Giovani.
What did you prepare for the Jubileo? What foods did people eat?
For the Jubileum, I prepare prosciutto e formaggio, poi era one pasta with tomato e one pasta with vegetables. Poi
Hmm.
era chicken with patate and c'era la bieda e poi c'erano dei biscotti.
Okay.
Yeah, però for
Okay.
1 million of people, credimi,
Yes.
is
Yes.
a lot.
That's quite a few people to cook for. Yes.
Molte volte I speak with my colleague, sai chef, I prepare for 400 people. Or one. Ah no, I prepare for 800. Ragazzi, I prepare for 1 million. But stopped, closed. Ma during 10 years in the Vatican, I have more events, very big. Per esempio, in 2007 is the meeting, international meeting with North Atlantic Treaty Organization,
Okay.
NATO. I prepared the food for 2,000 people.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh my God, more. In 2009, no with the Vatican, but private. With other my colleague, I prepared the dinner for Gheddafi in Rome.
Oh
Erano
my goodness.
1,000 people.
And I imagine you had to adapt to certain dietary requirements and
Mark, this I don't want to speak this because this I destroyed me for 10 years. Okay. Normally is arrival the delegation, every people I have the problem. Oh my God. In the kitchen dicevo, ma vai all'ospedale. You don't eat in the restaurant.
mm,
Perché every people I have the problem for the food.
yeah, sure. What about the popes themselves? Did they have particular foods that they enjoyed? I know you were cooking for large groups rather than individually for them, but did they have particular foods they enjoyed?
No, allora, non è che I prepare every day for the Pope. Now is a mod. Every people is gluten free. Ma you is
Ah,
intolerant? No, I love gluten free. So why? I don't know. Every people I have the intolerance. I want to speak you one question. I opened my first restaurant in New York the 1st August 2025. Okay?
mm-hmm.
And or 4 or 5 August in the afternoon, arrival one telephone. Hello, CASASALVO. Yes, it's the new restaurant in SoHo. Yes. Is possible tonight one table for 12 people? Yes, of course. I'm very happy. I have the best big table. Okay, but every people is vegan. Ah, the restaurant is closed. Come. Is impossible. Is impossible.
Well, let's turn to New York. Tell us how you came to New York, what brought you to New York, and what excited you most about doing business in New York, about opening first your cafes and then Casa Salvo restaurant.
I'm arrived in New York 3 years ago.
Wow, you've done a lot in 3 years.
Yeah, I'm arrived 3 years ago without a document, just a tourist. And
Hmm.
I'm arrival in New York 8 December 2022. And I'm arrival in this big city. Everything is big. Oh my God, I'm from Lingua Glossa, dove everything is small. No? Dico, oh my God. Però the city, I have a big attraction for this city. The vibe is incredible. In January, I'm apply for the green card with my CV is very simple. In February, I have the green card. I'm start my first company is CASASALVO Catering, che era Salvo, che I go in your home.
Okay.
I prepare the private event for the client in your home. This business in the first 5 months is very, very good. And after 5 months, okay, I opened the first company. I opened the first coffee shop, Casa Salvo Coffee Shop and Market in Upper West Side. It's a very big success. Every day, 600 meters of line outside for the coffee, for the pastry, for everything. I look at this success, I open immediately one more three coffee shop. Every month I open one more. Every month. The last years, in August, I opened my first restaurant. I don't have one kitchen specifically Sicilian. My restaurant, my menu is a walk from north to south Italy and Mediterranean Sea. It's not just Sicilian food or specifically from Sicily. It's Italian and Mediterranean.
Okay. What are some of your signature dishes, Salvo, that if somebody was coming to Casa Salvo and they really wanted to experience some of your star dishes?
My signature is the famous meatballs. Okay, is
Okay.
the traditional recipe with my mom. Is a really original recipe with my mom. The fettuccine casasalvo, che is this incredible ragu, just beef, no pork. Okay, I prepare vegetables in one pan, the beef in one pan, the tomato in one other pan, and after 8 hours, I put all together. We exchange the color, the taste, the flour. It's very complicated, but it's very, very good.
That sounds delicious.
I changed poi the packery with guanciale cotto a bassa temperatura, pistacchio and cream of pecorino. Poi, per esempio, the bigoli with aragosta is my signature dish.
Oh, bigoli with lobster. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a nod to the bigoli from Venice, from the Veneto, with the wonderful seafood of Italy. And of course, you get very good seafood on the east coast of the United States.
Yeah. My menu one is 38 years of experience in the world. I want on my guests. I don't have the client. I don't love okay, I speak. I have a client. I have the guest. This is my home. I'm stay 12, 30 hours every day. And the people come in my home, dove everything is perfect for my guest. Everything from the food to the mise en place, to the glass, to the serving the water, everything is come se Mark, che is my friend, come in my home. E quindi
Okay,
everything
that sounds
is
wonderful.
fantastic. Però the difference è che the last of the dinner you pay. At home you don't pay, in the restaurant you pay.
Of course, of course. And Salvo, wine would be very much a part of the experience at Casa Salvo. Tell us about the wines that you're offering in the restaurant. Tell us about the Italian wines that do best in New York.
My selection of wine is very incredible perché I don't have the wine. Per esempio, abbiamo Vernaccia di San Gimignano, Gavi, Alteni di Gaia, Gaia Ray, poi abbiamo Bramito della Sala, il Cervaro, Sergio Drago che è un catarratto, abbiamo One Guancia Bianca di Fabio Ferracane, poi I have all wine with Tenute dello Iato, poi abbiamo il Gavi Pornacci, poi I have more wine anche with French. New Yorker, I love the French wine. With red wine, I have Barbera d'Asti, Rosso di Montalcino, Brunello, Montalcino Canalicchio di sopra, che is for me, one the best, Solaia, Monsanto, Costa Russi, Gaia, Ruffino, Riserva Ducale, Sant'Edame, Romitorio,
And what about Etna? I'm imagining you must have a good range of Etna.
Sciauria, Etna Rosso, Benanti, Etna Rosso, poi abbiamo, I don't remember the name, is Castiglione, Cotta Nera, Etna Rosso, is more.
And Etna Bianco as well, which I love. The Caricante grape is so
Yeah,
magnificent.
I have 2 or 3 Caricante. I don't remember the name. Caricante is very strong of mineral inside.
Yes.
The wine of Etna is very particular. E allora, the people deve fare un allenamento per bere. Perché you drink one white wine che is 15 degree, very incredible. Dice, this is whiskey, it's not wine. Yeah.
That's been the challenge of climate change, because wines from all over Italy are stronger in alcohol than what they used to be.
Perché the sun is very strong, allora arrival more alcohol, yeah. Per esempio, my preferred wine in Sicily is, I don't remember now the name, oh my God, is near Syracuse,
Cerasuolo,
Cerasuolo di Vittoria. This is my preferred wine.
beautiful, just a little bit lighter and brightness to it.
But Mark, I drink just 2 wine. Red wine, Cerasuolo di Vittoria, e white wine, Ca del Bosco. Stop it.
Ca del Bosco. Very nice.
I know I don't drink other wine, just these 2 wine.
Okay. Is Franciacorta, does that go well on your list at Ca del Bosco?
Yeah. Perché is my wine. I know
Okay.
I'm Sicilian, ma I love the Franciacorta. Che tipo,
Mhm.
è
Yeah.
come quello dice I'm from Napoli, my team football is Juventus. It's very,
Yes.
it's very difficult, but this is the life.
Sure. And are New Yorkers knowledgeable about Italian wines and curious? Do they want to experiment and try new things?
Yeah. The people, I love the Italian wine, everything from north to south. Now the Sicilian wine is most famous, more people arrive. Well, I want one Etna Rosso, ma in generally, the New Yorker love the Italian wine, in generally, from north to south.
And what would be the wines that sell best in the restaurant?
Brunello di Montalcino is, oh my God, is the same of water. Peppoli, Solaia, Etna Rosso, Ciauria, Cotta Nera. This is the most sales wine in my restaurant.
And what about for I Bianchi, for the whites?
The white Catarratto, Etna Bianco, Orvieto Classico. The people, I
Mhm.
love this Orvieto Classico, perché more people go to Rome for vacation. I drink
Mhm.
the Orvieto Classico, arrivo lì in Rome, I drink the Orvieto Classico, okay, I have the Orvieto Classico, okay. And the people want more French wine, white French wine, Chablis.
So you have a good French list as well as. What about American wines? Do you have American wines on your list?
Yeah, I have American wine. I have the Kenwood. I have the Jacob's Creek. I have the Cabernet Sauvignon, Tonsid with Napa Valley. I have a lot.
Okay. Finally, Salvo, you mentioned earlier that Italian cuisine has recently been cited, recently been awarded by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage, the first national cuisine in the world to get this recognition. So I really wanted to ask you why you think Italian food and Italian wines are so universally loved all around the world. What makes Italian cuisine so special, and why, people are loving coming to Casa Salvo and experiencing, as you say, not just the food, but the welcome, the wines, this Italian hospitality?
The first situation in my restaurant is the hospitality. You arrival in my restaurant is welcome to Casa Salvo, the smile, the color of South Italy. I want to speak the situation for the heritage from the Italian cuisine. For me, this from UNESCO non è for the plate, for the è per lo stile di vita che si ha a
Okay.
tavola,
See.
perché Questo te lo voglio dire in italiano, perché è inutile
Sì,
che
sì.
parliamo della cucina italiana e parliamo in inglese.
Ok.
Perché tu vieni a casa la sera, si discute, si parla, si mette una pentola a bollire, si mettono gli spaghetti, si rompono due pomodori, si mette un po' d'olio, quattro foglie di basilico, una grattata di parmigiano e hai fatto una serata con la semplicità, con gli odori, con i sapori. E questa è la cultura incredibile dell'Italia, ma soprattutto è la biodiversità dell'Italia, da nord a sud. È una tra i formaggi, è una biodiversità tra i vini, è una biodiversità tra i vegetali, è una biodiversità tra i pesci, è una biodiversità tra le carni, da nord a sud, incluse le isole, perché poi non tralasciamo, abbiamo la Sardegna con una grande tradizione culinaria. Quindi
Certo.
l'Italia o la cucina italiana, patrimonio immateriale dell'UNESCO, è questa, è la biodiversità. Non c'entra la carbonara, non c'entra la matriciana, non c'entra il maialino nero dei Nebrodi, ma è la biodiversità che mettiamo nella nostra cucina.
Sì, vero, vero, giusto. Salvo, I'll just roughly translate that a little bit for our listeners. Salvo, you're really emphasizing the biodiversity of Italy from north to south in all of its products, its vegetables, the cheeses, the meats, the wines on the islands, the foods. But you described very beautifully what the cucina italiana is, what it gives to the world is this ability to take this wonderful diversity of products, beautiful, simple products, and to sit around the table with friends to make a simple plate of pasta pomodoro, of boiling the water, of talking, of sharing a glass of wine, of bringing people together, tutti a tavola, around the table, and maybe adding a little bit of this, a few leaves of basil, a grating of Parmigiano Reggiano, and a simple food, not because of Italy having famous plates and dishes, which of course it does, but for that simplicity of an Italian hospitality. I think that's the gist of the most important of what you're saying. Giusto?
Giustissimo, perfect.
Okay,
Your
thank you.
translate is perfect. Però tu hai messo in più il bicchiere di vino perché è normale che in Italian Wine Podcast you put the
Non
glass of
manca
wine.
mai il vino. Sì, sì,
Ma
giusto.
perché, caro, tu pensa pure nella religione cattolica, pure quando il prete dice la messa,
Sì,
anche Gesù 2000 anni fa ha trasformato l'acqua in vino, quindi il vino da che
of course.
mondo è mondo esiste. E durante la messa il prete, hai visto come fa? Mette il vino, ma poi quando mette l'acqua ne mette proprio poca per mischiarla col vino, perché beve
Sì,
il
sì,
vino così com'è, perché è il sangue di Cristo, no?
sì. So the importance of wine in the Catholic religion, of this transformation of wine to the blood of Christ.
Mark, ti racconto questa cosa in italiano. Quando ero piccolo io volevo fare il prete.
Ah, okay. So you wanted to be a priest. Ah,
Yeah, priest. Allora nella
no.
stradina della mia casa mettevo il tavolo, le
Sì,
candele
sì,
e avevo il Vangelo che mi avevano regalato per la mia prima comunione e allora gli ho detto a mia mamma: "Mamma, io devo dire la messa perché io voglio diventare prete". E mia mamma era molto felice, dice:
sì,
Mio
sì,
figlio si fa prete". E allora gli ho detto: "Però io voglio il vino". "Ma no, 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 sei troppo piccola". No, mamma, io se devo fare il prete lo devo fare totalmente col
sì,
vino, mica lo posso fare con l'acqua".
sì.
Poi non mi hanno fatto bere il vino e non ho fatto il prete.
Okay, okay. But I'm sure she's very proud of you now for what you've done and as a chef and what you are achieving in New York in such a short time.
Yeah, I'm proud of me. Yeah,
Yeah,
però is a lot of work, Mark. Every
I
day
can imagine.
I work 18, 16 hour every day. I'm destroyed of work.
I imagine, I imagine. But you've done so much in a short time. Salvo, it's been wonderful to meet you here. I hope to come to New York and visit Casa Salvo before too long. As I say, I have family, and I would love to meet you
Thank
to
you.
walk into Casa Salvo. We actually have Italian wine podcast colleagues in New York. I'm sure that they will also try to come and find you.
Thank you so much, Marca.
In the meantime, Salvo, thank you so much. I know you're very busy. Thanks for taking the time on this snowy day in New York to join us and bring a flavor of CASASALVO, a flavor of lingua glossa, and a flavor of Italy to all of our listeners. Grazie
Thank you
mille.
so much. Ciao, Marca.
Ciao, ciao. We hope today's episode of Wine, Food and Travel with me, Marc Millon, on the Italian Wine Podcast has transported you to somewhere special. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your pods. Likewise, you can visit us at ItalianWinePodcast.com. Until next time, chin chin.